find each sum or difference without a calculator. So the directions are definitely saying to do our work without a calculator, including I can see that picture. What that means is it's a skill that they want you to master without using any support of the calculator. Now, the two vocabulary words given is the word sum and the word difference. And just as a reminder, the sum is the result of addition, and the difference is a result of subtracting. So we're looking for the answer as one number. Now, looking at the problems, we either have fractions or decimals, and some of the fractions do have like mixed numbers, so we need to make sure we have a strategy for each. So I'm going to skip letter A, but leave some space so you can go back and do it. So let's take a look at the decimals. So when I'm given the decimals with adding or subtracting, in this case is subtracting, I really need you to make sure we know the decimal place value. So this is in the place of the tenths. This is 2 places, so it has place of the hundredth. So before we even do the lining up, I would be writing to have the same place value. So I would add a 0 when I need to. So now I have 2 decimal places for both of the decimals, and then I could kind of see it easier. So then you line up and do your work on the side, and when we add or subtract fractions, we do line up by the decimal place value. So do B on your own. Finish it up on your own. So for the other problems, letter A, C, or D, they're either adding or subtracting fractions, so we need common denominators. So common denominators for adding or subtraction fractions. So I'm not, again, I will do one of those. Maybe I'll do D, which is the subtracting, and you guys can do A and C on your own. So let's take a look at letter D. So we're given a mixed number, which makes it a little harder, but that's okay. So let's take a look at, well, can we have a common denominator? Sometimes there's no need to change it to improper fraction altogether. I could use subtract whole numbers with whole numbers. So looking at the denominator, we have a 3 and a 5, so they don't have they're different. So the common denominator is, if you're not sure how to find it, I can do the multiples of each. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and on, and multiples of 5, 10, 15, and already I see the least common multiple is the denominator I want to use. So changing the fractions to where I have common denominator is very important skill. So just looking for the 1/3, I'm multiplying by 5. Actually, I'm multiplying by the giant 1, which we do to have a common denominator. So we have a 5/15 for the 1/3. Go ahead and do the work for the 1/5. So multiply by a giant 1, that will make a 15 on the bottom. So pause the video and do that. So now I'm going to line them up vertically, and I'm going to write, instead of 1/3, 5/15, then minus 9, and then your fraction that you got out of 15. And if I have enough, I would be able to subtract right away. So whole number with whole number, so 14 minus 9, and then you do, in this case you should have gotten 3, so I have 5 minus 3, so 2/15 will be the part, and then you come up with that number. So that's just one way of doing it. Again, you could have done change it to a mixed number, which will give you larger numbers, and then with the common denominator, and follow the process. So pause the video, or that's the end of the video, so go ahead and do the other problems that I skipped on your own.